I didn't start off as a superstar. I wasn't handed anything. Every step of the way I had to fight. And I'm sure you've been there feeling like nobody believes in you, right? People telling you you can't do it or you're not good enough. But here's the thing, that's where your power starts. Because I'm telling you, you're one decision away from showing them all that you were right all along. But are you going to take that step? So what do you do when nobody believes in you? Do you quit or do you rise up, prove them wrong, and show them who you really are? Let's talk about it. Stop waiting for validation, believe in yourself first. If nobody believes in you, guess what? That's your problem to solve. The world doesn't owe you support. It's your job to prove to yourself that you're worthy. Stop looking for approval. Focus on becoming undeniable. Let me tell you something. If you're out here waiting for people to clap for you, to pat you on the back, to tell you that you're good enough, you're already losing. The truth is the world doesn't owe you validation. Nobody is required to believe in you. That's your job. And if you don't believe in yourself first, don't expect anybody else to. See, too many people let their dreams die because they're waiting for permission. They're waiting for someone to say, yeah, you got this. But let's be real. What if that never happens? What if the support you're looking for never comes? What then? Are you just going to sit back and quit? No. That's when you stand up and say, I don't need your approval. I'm doing this anyway. Believing in yourself isn't about arrogance. It's about knowing your worth, even when no one else sees it. It's about understanding that your potential is not determined by other people's opinions. Let me ask you this. When a seed is planted in the ground, does it sit there and wait for applause before it starts growing? No, it just grows. It doesn't need permission. And that's exactly how you need to operate in life. There are going to be people who don't see your vision. That's fine. It's not their vision to see. There are going to be people who tell you that you can't make it. Cool. That's not their decision to make. Stop expecting external validation and start developing internal validation. Because once you truly believe in yourself, once you decide that you're unstoppable, the game changes. So what can you do today to build that belief? Start small. Keep promises to yourself. If you say you're going to wake up early, do it. If you say you're going to hit the gym, show up. If you say you're going to start that business, take the first step. Every time you follow through on a commitment, you're proving to yourself that you can trust you. And that's where real confidence comes from. Not from likes, not from comments, not from applause, from the work you put in daily. So stop waiting. Believe in yourself first, and the rest of the world will have no choice but to catch up. Use doubt as fuel, not an excuse. When people doubt you, you have two choices. Let it break you or let it build you. Take every you can't and turn it into watch me. Channel that negativity into relentless action. Listen, when people don't believe in you, you've got two choices. You can let it break you or you can let it build you. And if you're serious about success, you better learn how to turn doubt into fuel, because the truth is people are always going to have something to say. They're always going to underestimate you, but guess what? That's not your problem. That's their limitation, not yours. Man, I remember when I was out here grinding, trying to make it in comedy. I was getting rejected left and right. People told me I wasn't funny enough. I wasn't tall enough. I didn't have the right look. You name it, I heard it. But let me tell you something. Every no I got wasn't a reason to stop. It was a reason to go harder. And I'm not the only one. Look at J.K. Rowling. Publishers rejected Harry Potter like a dozen times. Can you imagine? One of the biggest book series in history almost didn't happen because people didn't believe in her. Or look at The Rock. My guy was broke, had only $7 to his name before he made it big. But did he quit? Nah, he worked. He believed in himself even when nobody else did. That's the mindset you got to have. Most people hear doubt and start second guessing themselves. They think, man, maybe they're right. Maybe I'm not good enough. But I flipped it. I told myself, oh, you don't believe in me? Good. Watch this. See, life is like the gym. You don't get stronger lifting the lightest weights. You need resistance. You need pressure. And those people doubting you, that's your resistance. That's your pressure. Use it. Let it build you. So here's my challenge to you. The next time someone doubts you, don't get mad. Don't get discouraged. Smile, because that's the fuel. Let it drive you. Let it push you. Keep a mental list of every person who said you couldn't do it, and let that be your motivation. At the end of the day, you don't need their belief. You just need yours. And when you put in the work, stay focused and keep pushing forward, eventually those same people who doubted you, they'll be the ones say, man, I always knew you'd make it. Outwork the doubters, show them what they missed. You don't need to talk back, argue, or prove them wrong with words. You prove them wrong by winning. Let your results be the loudest response. Keep grinding when no one's watching. Let me tell you something. If you want to be successful, you got to develop selective hearing. Yeah, I said it. You can't let every opinion, every criticism, every little comment get in your head, because if you do, man, you'll never make it. I remember when I was coming up in comedy, people had so much to say. Kevin, your voice is too high. Kevin, you're too small. Kevin, you'll never be a headliner. You think I listened? Nah. I knew what I wanted. I had a vision for myself, and I wasn't about to let people who didn't see it talk me out of it. And that's exactly what you got to do, because listen, everybody's got an opinion. But guess what? Opinions don't pay the bills. Opinions don't build success. Hard work does. Focus does. Consistency does. Look at Sylvester Stallone. You know how many people told him he wasn't cut out for Hollywood, that his face, his voice, his whole look wasn't leading man material? You think he let that stop him? Nope. He wrote Rocky, and when they tried to buy his script but told him he couldn't star in it, he turned the deal down. He believed in his vision so much that he was willing to struggle until the world caught up to what he already knew. That's the mindset you got to have. You can't spend your life trying to convince people who don't see your vision. Some folks are blind to greatness until it's standing right in front of them winning. So here's the move. You put your head down and work. Stop explaining yourself. Stop trying to get validation from people who don't get it. If you have a dream, protect it, guard it like it's the most valuable thing in the world, because it is. You got to ask yourself, who am I listening to? Are you listening to the doubters, the haters, the ones who gave up on their own dreams and now want to tell you what's impossible? Or are you listening to you, that voice inside that knows you were made for something bigger? At the end of the day, the people who succeed aren't the ones who seek approval. They're the ones who stay locked in no matter what. So block out the noise and stay focused, because the only person who needs to believe in your vision is you. Develop a dog mentality, zero quit, zero excuses. You have to be relentless. If nobody believes in you, fine. If you fail, fine. But quitting, that's never an option. Get back up again and again until they have no choice but to recognize your greatness. Look, let's get one thing straight. Rejection is not the end. It's not even a setback. It's a setup. A setup for your comeback. I can't tell you how many times I heard the word no in my career. You think I just woke up one day and boom, I was headlining movies and selling out stadiums? No, man, I got rejected over and over again. Told I wasn't funny enough, wasn't tall enough, wasn't marketable enough. But you know what? Every time they said no, I didn't break down. I powered up, because rejection, that's fuel, that's motivation. That's somebody handing you a reason to get better, sharper, stronger. Look at J.K. Rowling. Before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon, her manuscript was rejected 12 times. 12 different publishers looked at her work and said, nah, this ain't it. But she didn't quit. She kept pushing until the right person saw what she knew was already gold. Same thing with Steve Harvey. He was homeless, sleeping in his car, doing comedy gigs here and there, barely making it. But did he stop? Nah. He used every struggle, every rejection as motivation to prove them wrong. Now, multi-millionaire TV host, legend. So what's your excuse? Somebody told you no? So what? Make them regret it. Somebody said you ain't good enough? Go get better. Somebody counted you out? Make sure they have to count again. Rejection is just a test to see how bad you want it. Because the truth is, most people quit. They hear no a few times and give up. But the ones who make it, the ones who get to the top, they take rejection and flip it. They don't see it as failure. They see it as proof they're on the right path. So let's make a decision today. You are not going to let rejection stop you. Not now, not ever. You're going to take every no, every closed door, every hater's doubt, and turn it into motivation. Because the best revenge, success. The best way to shut people up, winning. So when they tell you no, just smile and say, watch me. Build mental calluses, train yourself for the battle. The mind is a muscle. You got to condition it for war. Push through discomfort, challenge yourself daily, and build unshakable confidence. Every time you do something hard, you're proving to yourself that you can handle more. Listen, you can't expect to win in life if you're surrounding yourself with people who are comfortable with losing. Let me say that again. You can't fly if you're hanging around with people who are scared to leave the ground. I learned this the hard way. Early in my career, I was around some folks who didn't see the vision. They didn't believe I could make it big. They thought comedy was a hobby, something I was doing for fun. You think they were hyping me up? No, they were planting doubts in my head. Kevin, you sure this is gonna work? Maybe you should have a backup plan. Backup plan? Nah, I had a get it done plan. And I realized something. I had to change my circle. Because when people around you don't see your potential, it's easy to start doubting yourself. But when you get around winners, people who believe in you even before you fully believe in yourself, everything changes. Look at Tyler Perry. This man was living in his car, writing plays that nobody wanted to put on stage. But he kept a few solid people in his corner who pushed him forward. Now, billion-dollar empire. Same thing with Sylvester Stallone. He was rejected by every studio, broke, had to sell his own dog just to survive. But he had that one person who believed in him, and that was enough to keep going. So let me ask you, who's in your circle? Are you hanging around people who push you up or pull you down? Do your friends hype you up or make you feel small? Because let me tell you, energy is contagious. If you're surrounded by people with small minds, you'll start thinking small. But if you're surrounded by people with big visions, big dreams, big ambition, man, you can't help but elevate. Here's the challenge. Take a look at your circle. If you're the smartest, most ambitious person in the group, it's time to level up. Find mentors. Surround yourself with go-getters, people who inspire you. And if you don't have them in your life yet, start becoming that person yourself, because like attracts like. At the end of the day, success is a team sport. Make sure you're playing with the right team. Surround yourself with proof, not people. Stop waiting for support from those who don't see your vision. Surround yourself with action, books, workouts, habits, and routines that push you forward. When the results start stacking up, you won't need their validation. Here's the truth. Rejection is not the end. It's the beginning of something greater. I know it's hard when you're facing rejection. You've put in the effort, the time, the heart, and then you hear no. But let me tell you this. Every no brings you closer to a yes. I've been rejected plenty of times. Early on in my career, there were moments when I thought I'd never make it. I wasn't big enough. I wasn't funny enough. They said no to my ideas, to my dreams, and to my future. But that's not where I stopped. I used that rejection as fuel. When you face rejection, you have a choice. You can either let it define you, or you can use it to redefine your approach. Rejection is life's way of telling you not this path, but another. It's not personal, it's just part of the process. Every time I was told no, I looked at it like a sign to keep pushing, to keep tweaking, to keep evolving. Sometimes rejection simply means that you're not ready yet, and that's okay. It's not a setback, it's a setup for a bigger opportunity. Think about all the successful people you look up to. They've all faced rejection. Steve Jobs was fired from Apple. J.K. Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers. Michael Jordan didn't make the varsity team in high school. They used rejection as motivation. They use it as a learning opportunity. They use it to come back stronger, smarter, and more focused. So when you get rejected, don't take it as a defeat. Take it as a sign that you're on the right path. Every no you hear brings you closer to your goal. Embrace rejection, because on the other side of it is the success you've been working for. Keep your head up, stay focused, and keep grinding. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. Become your own biggest fan. Bet on yourself every day. Nobody is coming to save you. No coach, no friend, no family member can do the work for you. You got to wake up every day and bet on yourself. Be so committed to your vision that their belief or lack of it doesn't even matter. Let me tell you something that's true. Consistency is everything. It's not the big flashy moments that will get you where you want to go. It's the small, everyday actions that add up over time that's the secret to success. You can't skip steps. You can't take shortcuts. If you want to make it, if you want to see real change in your life, you've got to show up day in and day out, even when it's tough. When I started out in this business, things weren't easy. Nothing happened overnight. People want instant success, but it doesn't work that way. You've got to be willing to put in the work, even when no one is watching. There were times when I thought about quitting, times when I was exhausted, when I wanted to throw in the towel and say enough is enough, but I kept going. I stayed consistent. Consistency is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. It's about doing the work when you don't feel like doing it. It's about pushing through when every bone in your body is telling you to stop. If you're doing something you love, it won't always feel easy, and that's okay. But if you show up every day, even when it's hard, even when you don't see immediate results, that's when you begin to see real growth. This doesn't mean you need to be perfect. You're going to have bad days. You're going to fail. And that's okay. Failure isn't the end. It's just a lesson in disguise. As long as you get back up and keep showing up, you're winning. Keep doing the little things, stay focused on your goals, and trust the process. Success doesn't happen because of one big moment. It happens because of all the little moments that add up over time. Success is the sum of your daily actions. The more consistent you are, the closer you get to your dreams. So when it gets hard, when you want to quit, just keep going. Consistency will carry you across the finish line, and when you look back, you'll realize that the hardest days were the ones that got you where you needed to be. Stay in the game, trust the process, and remember, every day you show up, you're one step closer to success. Keep pushing. So here's the deal. When nobody believes in you, it's not the end, it's the beginning. I've been there, and I can tell you, this is your time. The people who doubt you, they're just watching the start of your greatness. You don't need their approval to rise. You've got everything inside of you to prove them wrong. When nobody believes in you, you don't stop. You double down, keep pushing, and keep proving them wrong until your success becomes undeniable. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever faced a moment when no one believed in you? How did you handle it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. And hey, if you found this motivating, you're going to love the next video in this playlist. Keep that fire burning. Click right here to watch how you can take control of your life and unlock your full potential.